Stop. A black maid was caught signing in a quiet hallway, and the next morning she was whisked into a secret meeting that changed her life forever. But what they asterisk don't tell you is how this story exposes a truth about our community that nobody's talking about. In the next 20 minutes, I'm breaking it all down. But first, pause this video if you're not ready for the real. What's good, fam? My name is Mike, and for the past 35 years, I've been diving deep into real black stories. Stories that hit different because they show our pain, our triumphs, and our power. Welcome to Asterisk Real Black Narratives Asterisk, where we don't just tell stories, we uncover the layers most people miss. Today's story, it's about a black woman named Esther Brooks, a hotel maid whose quiet talent for sign language caught the eye of a powerful CEO. But this ain't just about a feel-good moment. It's about what happens when our gifts collide with a world that tries to keep us small. You know exactly what I'm talking about, those moments when you're asterisk seen but not heard asterisk. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Esther's story is a mirror for every single one of us. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we're about to go deep. So let's break this down. Esther Brooks, a 28-year-old black woman, is working the early shift at the Regal Crown Hotel in downtown Charlotte. It's 6 a.m., and she's pushing her cleaning cart down a marble hallway on the 50th floor where the big shots stay. Esther's used to being invisible, fold the sheets, scrub the counters, stay quiet. But here's the thing. Esther's got a secret. She's fluent in American Sign Language because her younger brother, Nathan, is deaf. This particular morning, Esther thinks she's alone. She's signing to herself, practicing, her hands moving like they're dancing in the air. And then asterisk bam asterisk, a voice cuts through the silence. Who taught you to sign like that? Esther freezes. Standing by the window is David Marshall, the CEO of Apex Dynamics, a tech company worth billions. This man's face is on asterisk Forbes asterisk, asterisk time asterisk, you name it. And now he's staring at her, not with anger but with curiosity. Esther's heart is pounding. She thinks she's about to get fired. "I'm sorry, sir," she stammers. "I didn't mean to," but David cuts her off. "No need to apologize. That was sign language, right? It looked real." Esther nods, barely breathing, and tells him she learned ASL for her brother. David nods, thoughtful, and then drops a bomb. "Can you come to my office tomorrow? I think you can help us in ways you don't even realize." But here's where it gets interesting. Esther goes home that night and her brother Nathan notices she's quiet. He signs. "What happened?" She tells him about David, the CEO, and the meeting. Nathan's eyes light up. "You asterisk have asterisk to go," he signs. "You taught yourself a whole language for me. That's not something you hide." But Esther's not so sure. She's thinking, what if I mess this up? What if they see I'm just a maid? This is where it gets real, fam. The next morning, Esther's ironing her uniform, nervous as hell. She doesn't own fancy clothes, but she ties her hair back and heads to the 51st floor. A security guard escorts her to David's office, and when she steps in, it's like another world. Big windows, city skyline, a desk that probably costs more than her rent. David greets her calm, no suit jacket, just a rolled-up shirt. He asks, "How long have you been signing?" Esther tells him her story. Learning ASL at 15 for Nathan, dropping out of college when her mom got sick, working at the hotel to pay bills. Then David leans forward and says, "We're building AI that translates sign language, but it's missing something: heart, nuance, real life. We need someone like you, Esther." He offers her a part-time consulting gig, working with his tech team to fix their AI. Esther's mind is spinning. She says, "I'm not qualified. I clean rooms." But David hits her with, "You learned a language out of love. That's more than most of my teams got." But wait, there's something else. Before she leaves, David hands her his business card and says, "Take your time, but you're the most interesting person I've talked to all week." Esther walks out, and for the first time she feels seen asterisk. But here's what they don't show you. Esther's about to step into a world where her talent is wanted, but her presence is questioned. And this is the part that's gonna make you mad. Now, fam, this is where most people miss the real story. Esther's journey isn't just about a job offer. It's about what happens when black folks show up with gifts the world didn't expect. Let me break it down with some history. Back in the day, black people were often barred from formal education, but we still taught ourselves, reading by candlelight, learning trades, passing down knowledge. Esther teaching herself ASL. That's asterisk our asterisk legacy, turning love into expertise, even when the system shut. Us out. But here's the thing. When we step into spaces like Apex Dynamics, spaces built for Ivy League degrees and old boys clubs, we're not just fighting doubt, we're fighting fear. Fear that will outshine, fear that will change the game. And that's exactly what happens next. Esther starts working at Apex and she's killing it. She's pointing out flaws in their AI, like how it misreads emotional signs or ignores black deaf community slang. The engineers, like this guy named Benjamin Cole, start respecting her. But then enters Laura Bennett, Apex's head of compliance. Laura pulls Esther aside and says, "You're doing well, but be careful. Opportunities like this don't last for people without credentials." This is where it gets dark asterisk. Laura's words hit Esther like a gut punch, because they're not just a warning. They're a reminder of every time someone told us, "Stay in your place." You know exactly what I mean. Those moments when you're shining, but someone's waiting to dim your light. But Esther keeps going. She's in the lab teaching the AI to catch nuances like how her brother signs scared versus nervous. The system jumps from 70% accuracy to 87%. David is impressed and he offers her a full-time job, director of sign language integration, $90,000 a year. Esther has never seen that kind of money. But Laura's not done. She corners Esther again, saying, "This is a conflict. You can't keep cleaning rooms and work here." And this is the part that broke my heart. Esther overhears Laura telling someone she's a maid with no degree. This sets a bad precedent. That night, Esther's up late, staring at David's business card, wondering if she's in over her head. But her brother Nathan signs. What's the worst thing that happens if you say no? You stay folding towels, wondering what could have been. Esther calls David and says yes. And fam, this is where the story takes a turn you won't believe. But the real kicker is, Esther's about to uncover something in that AI that could change lives or ruin them. And this is the part that'll blow your mind. This is where it gets personal, fam. Esther's story hits me hard because I know what it's like to feel like you don't belong in a room. Growing up, I was the kid who loved reading but got told, "Why you acting white?" I've been in spaces where my voice was questioned, where I had to prove I deserved to be there. And I know some of you watching have felt that too, maybe at work, at school, even in your own family. Esther's not just fighting for a job. She's fighting for every black person who's been told their gifts don't matter unless they come with a degree or a pedigree. And when she steps into Apex's lab, she's carrying us with her. But then something wild happens. Esther notices the AI's acting funny. It's flattening emotions, turning "I'm scared" into "I'm uncomfortable." She digs into the code and finds someone else been tampering with it, stripping out empathy. She tells David and they uncover a plot. Laura and a new compliance guy, Samuel Pierce, are tweaking the AI to make deaf people sound less human. Why? Because if the AI downplays distress, it could be used to control emergency responses or even manipulate court testimony. Esther's furious. She's thinking of Nathan, of every deaf person who signs their truth and deserves to be heard. She and David take this to the board and Esther signs in front of them, showing how the AI's been rigged. The room goes silent. Samuel's face goes pale. And a federal agent in the room says, "This is bigger than you think." This is the part that gave me chills. Esther's not just a maid anymore. She's a voice they can't silence. And when the board offers her a new role, leading an ethics division, she realizes she's not just building tech. She's building a world where people like her brother, like us, are seen. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Esther's story isn't just inspiration, it's a mirror. It shows us that our gifts, our resilience can break through even the toughest barriers. But it also shows us the fight is not over. Every day, someone's trying to flatten our voices, our pain, our power. Esther didn't let them, and neither should we. This story matters because it's happening right now, in our workplaces, our schools, our communities. We're still proving we belong, and we're still winning. Next week, I'm breaking down another story that went viral, a black teacher who exposed a school's hidden agenda. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. If Esther's story hit you like it hit me, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. Have you ever felt like you had to prove you belonged? I read every comment and your voice matters. Until next time, keep shining, keep fighting, and keep telling your truth. This is Mike, and I'll see you in the next one.